I would like to talk about the Introduction to International Relations. Introduction to International Relations refers to a comprehensive field of study and practice focused on understanding of the unique relationships between various nations, countries, and cultures. These relationships can impact everything from politics, laws, and economic to security, diplomacy, and governance. Introduction to International Relations promoted readers to their history, theories, developments, and debates that shape the dynamic disciplines of international relations and world politics. In addition, international relations is a study of the relations of one state with another one or more states with international organizations and subnational entities such as bureaucracies, political parties, and interest groups. It is related to a number of other academic disciplines, including political science, geography, history, economics, law, psychology, sociology, and philosophy.
I would like to present about the emergence of the international system. International system is an aggregation of diverse entities, including states, empires, international organization, and non-state actors link regular interaction. These international systems have four types of it. First, independent. Second, hegemonic. Third, imperial. Fourth, and lastly, feudal. Next, I will explain the types of international system. First, independent is an entity not ruled by anybody else, also no political superior. Second, hegemonic is the ability of an actor with overwhelming capability to shape the international system. Third, imperial is the dominance of the political. And lastly, feudal. Feudal is a type of social and political system.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Akmal bin Muhammad and my number matrix is 292971. Okay, today for my presentation I will introduce you about the World War and the balance of power. When we discuss about the World Wars, there are two distinct categories, the First and the Second World War. The First World War was caused by the European expansionists, Serbian nationalism, the assassination of the Franz Ferdinand, conflict over the alliance, the blank check issuance conspiracies of the Germany and Austria-Hungary, and the Germany millenarianism spirit of 1940, where the Second World War was caused by the United States and its allies, even though there are other elements of the ideology is the cause. To put it simply, like World War I, after effect national failure, militarism, expansionism, and German versus the Slav and Japanese control over market and resources. Okay, for the political world before the 20th century was made by a variety of distinct autonomous balance of power system, including the European, American, Chinese, and Indians. However, the political alignment result from the World War I set in motion a process that eventually led to unification of the majority of the world countries under single balance of power arrangement. The coalition Britain, France, Russia, and United States against Germany, Austria-Hungary during the World War marked the beginning of the integration during the World War II, while the fascist countries of Germany, Japan, and Italy being confronted by the World War alliance of the Soviet Union, United States, Britain, and China. Integration proceeded when World War II came to close. Just a non-European nation, United States and Soviet Union, are dominant weights in balance of power. As the result of free market democracies of the West were placed against the communist one-party republics of the Western Europe, creating bipolar balance of the power in Northern Hemisphere. More precisely, the country of Western Europe joined the NATO military alliance on the side of the United States, while the separate nation of the Soviet Union in Central and Eastern Europe unite under Soviet rule to form the Warsaw Pact. In terms of international relations, balance of the power refer to the stance of strategy used by the nation group of the different itself against another nation or group nation by prospective power. Between the end of the Napoleonic powers, the phrase of balance of power come to the use by the dynamic inside European state system. Okay, continue with my parts of the politic developing countries. After World War II, the Cold War was found the contemporary world system. The tension brought on by the conflict exposed two fronted military, ideologically and politically antagonistic power in world affairs. Western nation in the first world, liberal economy and democratic government, while the second world was a collection of nations and socialist economic structure, communist parties in control of their government. Over time, the other nations did not include two categories that were attempting to apply their own models in the field of development and management come to be known as the Third War. Although the Third War, majority of which made of the former colonial nation, is sometimes referred to as undeveloped countries or undeveloped countries. The phrase developing countries has been more popular in academic community over time. However, in years of following the Cold War, this triple qualification mostly lost its significance and was replaced by new titles, notes, denoted by the welfare societies that have successfully industrialized into the globalized international system and have found solution to fundamental human issues. And the global south donates the developing unstable, insecure nation are the poorest in the present day. Vast majority of sovereign nations in the world are still youth, south or emerging nations. These nations are home over 75% of the world population. In terms of their economics, countries have shared a number of political and social issues. Political development analyzed concentrate on the characteristics of the political institution and process in various nations. However, under phenomena of the becoming more significant, the context of political development include the emergence of political stability and order, 1698 Huntington's and 1678 Huntington's. Political undevelopment is highlighted by the weight of the several political regimes ruled by one-party system, dictatorship or military juntas in world nations. The origin of the contemporary democracy can be found in the last quarter of the 20th century, when the wave began to spread out the centuries approach. Democratization have been default in many nations despite all these advancements. War, civil war, political upheaval of harm or completely destroy democracy in numerous developing nations. Due to this, several third world nations have been experienced democracy have fleeting democratic experience. No viable, long-lasting democracies have been built in this nation. In Book of the Agun and Sargent, 2011, Diamond, 1899, among the problems highlighted the strong traditional relationship based on family and nobility, lack of faith, a democratic institution, lack of political legitimacy, and failing states. That's all from me, and thank you for hearing.
International institution, also known as an intergovernment organization, which is a stable of norms and set rules meant to govern the behavior of states and other actors in international system. Next, international institution can be function for the aggregation and articulation of the international interest of its members.
We're going to focus on international organization. International organizations has over 42 organizations that control civil societies in many aspects. For instance, there are 4 important organizations that I'm going to focus on, such as United Nations, World Trade Organizations, Food and Agriculture, and International Organizations of Securities Commissions. United Nations play their role in helping to discuss world politics problems and cooperations between countries. World Trade Organizations, which support world economic trade. Food and Agriculture Organizations, helping people who are starving and taking care of countries which have problems with food supply. Moreover, International Organizations of Securities and Commissions protecting the world by having international law and securities.
The objective of international relations and policy is to advance economic developments, social justice, labor peace, and demonstration of the workplace by providing a framework through which employees and employers can collectively bargain on matters of mutual interest. Meanwhile, foreign policy refers to general objectives that guide the activities and relationships of one state in its interactions with other states. The development of foreign policy is influenced by domestic considerations, the policies or behavior of other states, to advance specific geopolitical designs.
For the conclusions, international relations and policy have a huge role to take care of world society. These organizations supply and advise world society. Furthermore, policies were made because it can control human actions and secure the world from bad things happening in the future. International relations also knows that countries need support from each other in economy, politics, and society.